everyone, hope you all doing well. Here I have a Tesla Model 3 performance version. This is the fastest Model 3 you can buy today. This was built in 2019 and 0 to 60 is claimed at 3.3 seconds by Tesla. So let's go ahead and do a dive review. The performance version comes with standard 20-inch wheels and Brembo brakes, also aluminum pedals, as well as carbon fiber spoiler lip, and in addition, your top speed is 155 miles per hour. We opt for the ultra white interior seats, which is an extra $1,000 today, definitely worth it. If you find this video or this channel to be helpful in helping you decide to purchase a Model 3 SRX, please use the referral code in the description of this video. If you order through this link, you will get free unlimited supercharging. And if you order in person or on the phone, please give your sales associate the link to this channel. And we thank you, and we're very blessed to have you support this channel. So you can tell it's a Model 3 performance with the dual motors wording and the red line underneath. The settings are pretty much the same as all other Model 3s, S and X. You have cruise controls, you have lights. So this is your light setting. Then you have your lock setting, assign your key card, your window safety lock, child safety lock. You have your display setting. Again, very similar to all other Tesla. The major difference here is the driving setting. You actually have track mode here. This reduces the restriction of your safety control, so letting your tires spin a little bit more. It also activates a fluid that warms up your battery if it's cold, just to give you better performance in 0 to 60 acceleration or acceleration during a run on the track. So it's recommended for track use only. And then you have your autopilot setting. These are the same features you would find in other Model 3 S and X. Same thing with your navigation and your safety and security settings. And then your service setting. So there's no other difference in how you control things in your Model 3 performance other than the track mode. And it's very easy to activate. You just have to be in park to activate it. You can disengage it while you're driving though. And again, you have your camera, so it looks like the quality is the same as the other Model 3. You have your web browser. And the web browser in the Model 3 is fairly quick with the 4G LTE, and you can search web pages. Not sure why you would want to do this, but if you want to have a bigger display while you're surfing the net, you can. You can't watch actual videos though. And then you have your charge rate, how fast you're charging, how much range you have left, but you also can see that on the icon on the top there. And your consumption, again, we've been pushing this performance a little harder than usual, so we're at a higher average watts per mile. Your climate control, again, it looks very similar to all the other Tesla, including the S and X. So again, the Model 3 has that no manual vent, so you have that auto vent you control from the display. We really like this a lot. It's very convenient. You can control both sides without having to try and reach over there if there's no passenger over there and you want to get some more flow. Then your heated seat for each seat. And you also have cabin protection, so that keeps the cabin at optimal temperature, whether in the hot sunlight or during a really cold season. You can also manually turn on your front heated seats or turn off of it. And then you have your defrost for front and back window. Icon on this top still the same. Unlock your doors. And then you have your Easter eggs. So let's see if I push on the Model 3 if the team shows up. I know in the base Model 3 or the non-performance one, it actually shows the Model 3 team, but it doesn't look like it does on this performance version anymore. Again, your range is up to 310 miles in this vehicle, but in all honesty, with the performance, you're probably not going to get that because you're going to have a heavy foot in this car. It's just too fun to drive. And let's do a walk around of the vehicle with the ultra white seats. And we really like the contrast, the ultra white versus the black. We did wish that Tesla did Alcantara headliner, but you get the same headliner you would get in the other Model 3, but that's okay. Not a big deal. So again, this is the performance, so you can definitely tell that whether looking at the wheels and red caliper or on the display. Otherwise, everything else is pretty much the same as all the other Model 3s if you have the ultra white seats, interior. So it's definitely a sleeper. You could be driving behind this car and thinking it's a base Model 3. The only way you can tell is by going to the side and looking at the 20-inch wheels and the red caliper. Again, this doesn't have the carbon fiber spoiler yet installed. Tesla is behind or back order in producing those. Same with the emblem. This car doesn't have a Dura Motors with the red line underneath emblem yet either. And that gets installed by your service center. And trying to get a schedule into the service center is also another ordeal you have to wait for, especially now they're ramping up. This is the solid black. Sibling black is no longer available, at least not for now, until they get their production numbers up. So everything else is pretty much the same. You do have this manual opening on the passenger door now. This wasn't in the production model year 2018 that I was aware of. So now it's actually on both sides, not just the driver's side. Before it was just the driver's side. And it's just a nice feel. Even without the wood grain, the ultra white interior, it makes it feels more luxury for some reason. Maybe because of the contrast, but our little one seems to like it a lot. So just showing you the door slit, and also the contrast. The alignment on the trim on this 2019 is actually really good. Not sure if they were building this in the tent or in the factory. But other than a quick 0 to 60, strong pull for passing power, even in traffic, having autopilot is just a luxury feature of its own. Not a lot of people give it credit for, and people just focus on autopilot causing accident, which is rarely, but it still can happen because it's still in beta mode, and you just have to continuously pay attention because there's certain road construction that autopilot still has issue working around. But in traffic, it's very relaxing. The cabin is quiet, and you just cruise along. I forget how stressful it is when manually driving a car in traffic after experiencing autopilot. It just works. It works really well in traffic, especially if you're in between lanes with other cars around you. It's a little choppy on the fast lane when the center divider decides to get close to you on certain highway, or if there's construction going on. You just have to be careful when driving on either the fast lane or the slow lane, where the barrier is between you and the vehicle. But choosing a center lane and cruising through traffic, this is a weekday after work hours. This is heavy traffic, and It did take a while to get to the destination, but it works. And the way you use autopilot in the Performance Model 3 is pretty much the same as in any other Model 3. And I'm not sure if they added more dampening into the Performance Model 3, but it feels a lot quieter in comparison with the non-Performance Model 3 that we've driven over the last 8-9 months last year. So that was a 2018 production model. They may have improved the sound dampening due to a lot of people complaining last year. Maybe for all Model 3 produced in 2019, that's something we'll plan to explore later this year if we get our hands on other Model 3s besides the Performance here. And if you're on the market and you're still hesitant to whether to buy now or wait until the next version, we can tell the Model 3 itself doesn't have to be the Performance. It's very refined. Even the production year 2018 is a nice car to drive. It handles well, it's nimble, and it's spacious. It may look small from the outside, from the front, but inside they shave off a lot of the panels, the seats. It just feels like a Camry size or Honda Accord size vehicle sedan. It's not compact inside at all, and the minimalistic of all the display, the buttons, and the manual vents are not there. It just feels more airy, and I would highly suggest getting the ultra white interior, especially if you don't have kids or younger kids. It feels softer to the touch. It also feels more comfortable than the black seat. I'm not sure if they did anything with the black seat this year, but definitely something to consider. So we'll continue to do more review on this Performance, and stay tuned for more upcoming videos, but we thought we'll give you guys a full scope on this at the moment, just to see how we feel about the Performance Model 3. And we definitely think it's a big bang for the buck. If you find this channel to be helpful in supporting your purchase of a Model 3 SRX, please use our referral code. This will get you free unlimited supercharging up to 6 months. Just use the link in the description of this video or provide it to your sales associate at Tesla. Thanks for watching.